coworker who was laying on it all sexy, like freaking drawing me like.
I wasn't trying to be sexy.
I got a badass picture of Abel like drawing me like one of your French girls pose on the platform bed. When he clearly shouldn't have been doing that because he was like, "Oh, I'm fine." And it's kind of funny. This didn't break. Like that's exactly how it happened.
All right.
Oh,
you ready?
I'll send it to you.
Whenever y'all ready.
Let's do it.
You ready? Oh shit! What was that?
That was the second time
That's
I got crashed.
Go!
That's it right there. All right. Live from Studio 511, it's the 252nd edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. I'm Abel, and that's Chris, and that's Arnold.
Travis.
See, y'all got it right this time. See, Chris Arnold. There.
Travis.
I'm Abel.
No, you're not. I'm Abel.
I'm Scott.
No, you're not Scott.
Oh.
I'm Porsche.
No, Portia's over there.
I'm in black.
No.
No?
No. No.
That's Randy.
Close enough.
I'm bacon.
Bacon. All right.
I'm gonna edit all that out post.
Yes. We'll edit all that crap. Oh, already. Ryan. What's up, Ryan? Hold on.
I'm Ryan.
No, you're not Ryan. You're Chris.
Oh.
Chris with the C. Because that's what you choose to go by, Joseph.
Damn, shit just got real.
Yeah. Wow. Let's go by middle names.
I was gonna wish you well on all your future endeavors. I mean, your wedding, but now it's like, man,
yes.
you can try with that
Middle names:
jambalaya.
Chris, Adrian, and Garza.
Yeah, there you go.
You have a last name for a middle.
I do. It's because we're Mexicans. Yeah. But anyway, if you're joining us live, which we already have one.
We probably lost y'all after this.
Yes.
Try again next week.
Thank you so much. Log in to your YouTube or Google account, and that way you could chat along with us. I have you pulled up right here on the old smartphone. So if you want to talk shit, ask questions, fact check us, whatever, say funny stuff. I'll see it here in the live chat, and I'll include you and try to integrate you into the show. Now, if you're not watching us live, that's okay. No, that's okay. You can still stop. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio, or on Twitter @H Wrestling Radio. So, Chris, we gotta see what shirt I'm wearing today because I couldn't fit into that shirt, my actual Bobby the Brain Heenan shirt, because I've gained so much weight because I'm a
pretty
badass.
big ass shirt too.
Well, it's a large. I'm in an extra large now, so yeah.
I'm wearing an extra large.
Yeah. So
That could make that work.
But yeah, Heenan.
Brain.
We've had the pleasure of meeting him. Chris, were you how because I can't remember.
I was not in the moment when it happened,
Okay.
but I was there in the area that day, that time.
Okay,
We were watching the
WrestleCon
table
30.
at WrestleCon because
Right.
our table was right
New
here,
Orleans.
and then right here was Clutch City Productions back then.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where Heenan was, and you showed him the shirt, and he's like, which was like Heenan for he wanted the shirt.
Right.
So he took the opportunity for a photo op, and then he made sure that his nose is clean. So yeah.
Yeah. It was
That's a memory you can frame in your brain forever.
That's a good memory.
For you.
Yeah, it is. Well, for all HWR. But yeah, Bobby Heenan passed a couple of days ago. That sucks. I think that I'm glad that it was not like, this like premature, he went in his 40s or 50s kind of thing. I mean, he had a good life.
72.
Yeah, 72. He had a good life. He was enjoying himself as of, 3-4 years ago when we saw him. He came back to Houston for Comic Palooza, I think, a couple of years ago. So he was enjoying it all the way up to the end. That's the kind of stories that we should have as wrestling fans about, people that are passing in the wrestling industry. So he was a very good example.
He fought cancer till literally the very end.
He did.
He was like, "Fuck you, dude. I'm not gonna go out like a bitch. It's gonna take you a while to get me."
Yeah.
And it did. That was in 2002 he got diagnosed with cancer.
Mhm.
It's 2007. 15 years
Yeah.
he battled that shit.
Yeah. And he was lively throughout the entire time. Like, he was a life of the freaking party at these different conventions and stuff that he was at.
Checking bills to make sure they weren't counterfeit.
I remember
he
being
still
a
found
listener.
ways to be interactive.
I remember being a listener, listening to the podcast, the week after you guys talked about the WrestleMania, the Access and all that shit, when y'all met him and the WrestleCon and whatever, he did the blowing in the nose and the one let me see the shirt kind of deal.
Yeah,
that story was fucking priceless, and he was a good man to watch on TV. A lot of people have been doing the usual, like, oh man, I got into wrestling because of him. I got into this and that. My thing is, I didn't get into wrestling because of Bobby Heenan, but I stayed into wrestling because of Bobby Heenan as a kid. As like a 5-6-year-old mocoso watching wrestling, just his commentary kept me there. Because you could go watch wrestling anywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, but it's like right now, it would probably be like in a couple decades or so, we'd be talking about how Corey Graves, oh man, and our younger kids now are being like, man, Corey Graves, I learned how to be like a heel commentator listening to Corey Graves. Yeah, that's what I guess our generation was with Heenan, if not for sure, Jerry the King Lawler. Mm-hmm. Them two for sure, but Heenan first. Yeah. Heenan with Gorilla Monsoon, fucking classic. Yeah. And the best thing I always remember is whenever Shawn Michaels turned on Genetic, I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that.
He's driving to the window to escape. Oh man, if you want to like really get into the history, dude, of watching in the 2000s when WWE had this track record of banging out like badass documentaries, watching the Spectacular Legacy of the AWA and how he started with their version of Ric Flair, which was Nick Bockwinkel. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, man! The tag team matches that both of those guys had together against the Gagne family, dude. That was the beginning of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Like you could see his maturity on the mic, him snapping on one-liners really quick. Mm-hmm. But dude could wrestle. He could do things in the ring that Bockwinkel couldn't do, and he can say things on the mic that Bockwinkel couldn't do. For people that were too busy, for people that were too busy fixated on Nick Bockwinkel as being a cheap version of Ric Flair, Bobby Heenan made you forget that. And dude. And then that spurred on to him in the WWF at the time. Yeah,
I mean that's where his most of his popularity is from. Being a manager, being a commentator, and as somebody who is a commentator now, which I never in my wildest dreams I thought I'd get the chance to, but I am. And if I could be a quarter or an eighth of what he was,
a nickel,
a nickel, like 0.0005% of what Heenan was, I think I'd consider myself a success. So, he was that good. A lot of people want to talk about whether or not he was the greatest commentator of all time. It's very possible. I know the conversation that I think I've had on this show before was he one of the greatest managers of all time? And I think that it came down between either him or Paul Heyman. Yeah. Like, damn, they're both really, really good. And I can't remember what we came to whenever we were talking about it. I know we had the conversation on the show before, Chris, but I mean,
think about him and Heyman is he had the more people that he managed.
True. Yeah,
Heyman basically just had Heyman has basically just had Lesnar and the occasional
wrong.
I would say not just the occasional one or two other people, but Heenan was known for multiple people. Right?
Again, you need to go back to Paul Heyman's time in WCW.
Oh yeah,
when he was managing Rick Rude, Steve Austin, and then him actually leading a whole company in ECW from nothing to kind of making some noise to finally, just when everyone was about to listen, they just went mute.
Yeah.
So dude, there's a case for both of them. And I'm sure he's going to keep going now that he's gone.
Yeah. But I mean, either way, I mean, he's somebody that when he's passed away, it's not like, oh my God, tragic, I can't believe it, and bunch of bad negative emotions and negative publicity. Okay. It's like, okay, it's over for him. He's been struggling the last few years. His health just been getting worse and worse. And you know what? He had a really good life. And a lot of people look up to him. A lot of people respect him. And this is one of those where it's like, all right, he's passed. Okay. I'm good.
Crazy because I think I just told you last. So I went to a funeral last week.
Yes, you did.
Exact same situation. My wife's grandfather. He was up in age, in his 80s already. He was a military guy. Everything, and I made the comment. It was one of the least depressing funerals I've ever been to because everyone was like, yeah, you know what, this was, it was his time and
Yeah.
whatnot, and more of a celebration of life rather than shock and mourning of death. It's kind of like, damn, okay, that sucks, but this was, it was going to happen. Everyone was ready. Now let's cherish the life that we had.
Yeah. Sometimes people say that kind of even to the point of it being a cliche that, when somebody dies, it's going to be a celebration of life.
Yeah.
I think with Heenan, that kind of exactly is how the IWC feels right now. It's like he was great, he was amazing, and everybody loved and respected him, even though he was like a heel. He was like the best heel ever.
When him and Mean Gene came back to commentate that Gimmick Battle Royal was the shit.
That was my favorite, dude.
It.
That's one that stands out the most for me, where he's pretending that he was going to sneeze.
That was great.
So that's that. Guys, if you have any awesome Bobby Heenan stories or whatever, hit us up on our Facebook page, or if you're in the live chat, let us know. We already know the story with the Russell Khan. If anything, I mean, we could keep this going in the live chat, keep this going on Facebook. So, all right, that's that.
If Heenan were still able to laugh right now, he would laugh at this next news bit, because apparently Bound for Glory is going to be in Canada, Ottawa, Ontario.
Okay.
But
already doesn't have visas.
After 4 months in, it's not Global Force Wrestling. It's Impact Wrestling's presenting Bound for Glory.
What a bunch of hammer.
Yeah. They suspended Jeff Jarrett for things that happened behind the scenes, but Jarrett holds the copyright for Global Force. And so they can't use it, or they're afraid to use it.
Yeah.
So 4 months into the rebranding, they have to debrand.
God damn it.
To do Bound for Glory.
That's such a mess, man. It's kind of an embarrassment, dude. They're really a laughing stock, in my opinion. Me, a person who was a WWE guy and never got into TNA, I just watched that as that. You see, like the DVD, like the rise and fall of ECW. You can just, I can't wait for that one, because it's like, oh my God, how can one company just implode so badly over and over? How is it still alive?
So slowly.
It's like it won't die, but it's like dead, but it won't die. It's like stop, just stop.
It's like the villain fight from Doctor Strange. The same scene happens like 85 times. And it's like it still doesn't go away. It's easy for you to say that, because again, you have no vested interest.
Exactly.
We've been watching freaking TNA Impact
it must be
Wrestling
tragic
forever.
for y'all watching.
It's like watching a girl cheat on you. Not only are you not walking away, you're going, no, don't go deeper. No, don't let him put it in the ass. No, don't let him come in your face. Like you just because it just keeps happening, because you want hope to happen. Out of all hope, you want it to prosper again, like Ring of Honor conversation last week. You don't want Ring of Honor to fall off, because that just leaves more open market for WWE to saturate it with.
Yeah.
So more competition in the business is good, but at some point you just forget they exist.
Yeah.
Especially when they have some of they're sporting a lot of the Lucha Underground talent right now.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Impact,
Johnny
Mundo. He actually has a title shot at Bound for Glory for the heavyweight title. Whether it's the GFW title or the Impact title, whatever they're going to bring out, whatever belt they're going to use.
It's ridiculous.
They have freaking Phoenix is there, Drago's there, Tejano's there.
Well,
ain't Tejano.
He's not. He's from California. All right. Robert actually has a Bobby Heenan story.
Cool.
What's up, Robert? Thanks for joining us. He says, I'm dating myself here, but I remember seeing Bobby Heenan with Paul Orndorff at the Summit. The Summit.
They don't accept flood victims there.
No, they don't. He said, it was against Hulk Hogan in a steel cage match, and he took a few big bumps against the cage, and the crowd went crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Stop dating
He
yourself.
said
It looks weird.
that was 86, I believe. Ooh. Back in the day.
So let's talk about Lucha Underground.
No, because we're still staying in the back of the day segment.
Why? What are we doing?
WWE is bringing back Starrcade.
Oh, that's not for you, Daddy. That's for somebody else.
Yeah. Apparently, Michael Hayes is inviting Cody Rhodes to be at the show to tag with his brother.
That's the one interesting bit, and it's like Cody's just like, he's like this.
Mind you, this is the Saturday after Survivor Series.
Yeah.
You know what they could do? Provided that they're healthy.
Scaffold match?
No. We can have Goldie and Cody versus the Revival.
Oh!
And a fuck the revival on a pole match.
I do think that they're going somewhere with the Dustin Rhodes thing.
Okay.
I just want to throw that out there. I think they're trying to lure Cody back in. If I was Cody, I would stay the fuck away from WWE for a while still.
Okay.
He's getting his time to shine.
Cody is a decent. Cody's a big fish in a decent-sized pond right now. He don't need to go in the ocean.
Exactly. Over the past 2 months or so, you know, his star is kind of dimmed a little bit. But hey, it's time for it to come back, and it's gonna be back.
I would say his star may have dimmed just because exposure.
Who are we talking about here?
Cody.
Oh. Cody.
Yeah, over the past few months.
His star may have dimmed because of exposure, but I think he's improved as a character, improved as a wrestler, improved as a talker. Like, he doesn't have the bright lights and the big camera in front of him. You know, he doesn't have the WWE machine behind him, but he's improved by leaps and bounds. So if you put him back in the WWE, holy shit!
I'm not gonna wait for the listeners here. I'm gonna call you out on that bullshit.
Oh,
okay.
Overexposure. What have you seen Cody in this year?
Yeah,
I didn't see him to shit.
So that ain't overexposure for you.
I didn't say overexposure. I said he hasn't been exposed. Like you're saying, I was basically taking a different angle.
Yeah, I was saying his he was shining a lot maybe a couple months ago. Like, everyone was talking about Cody. Yeah, fuck yeah, all the badass videos with the Bullet Club and everything like that. But I think over the course of the summer, especially since Kenny Omega just lit the fucking world on fire this summer, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like, you know, he was being kind of like the Rock to the Stone Cold. You know, kind of be like,
okay,
all right,
that makes more sense.
My time.
But my point with that is a little bit different. It's
you're still wrong.
It's that he's not in WWE, so he's improved
Yeah.
all around. He's just not in WWE, so that his star could shine as bright as it could.
Yeah. I still would wait for him. If I was him, I'd wait to come back for a while. Yeah.
All right.
Who wants to see Ronda Rousey fight Cyborg?
Not really.
I don't care. I mean,
who wants to see Ronda Rousey wrestle Cyborg?
I don't. I mean, dude. Okay, I'm not that big of an MMA guy, so
like, I am, but I don't want to see that.
ESPN has an interview with Cyborg. She's willing to challenge Rousey in the WWE, which means
I saw that report. I thought she was being sarcastic.
Cyborg's been like wanting to fuck Ronda Rousey up for a long time. And Ronda Rousey just kind of like taking the high road this whole time, no matter what's going on. Well, one, she wouldn't address her because Cyborg just loves herself some steroids. Like, she eats them up. You know what I mean?
How?
You know? But
I'm gonna make a gif of that.
What I want to see is friggin' Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. That's in the WWE. That's the more enticing.
You want to see a wrestling match? Okay.
Yeah. I don't want the whole, you know.
You'd rather want to see Charlotte against Ronda, a woman that hasn't had a wrestling match, instead of seeing Charlotte versus
Shayna Baszler.
I'd
rather see Shayna Baszler. But if we're talking Ronda, that's what I'd rather see her.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather see Ronda wrestling in the WWE as well. I don't care about the MMA stuff. But again, I'm not an MMA guy, so.
Yeah.
That's it for the news. I think that's everything.
Oh, well, there.
Lucha Underground. What did you like the most from episode 100?
Wait a second. You watched it this week?
Yeah, I watched it this week.
Oh, hot dog, we have a wiener.
Somebody posted the whole episode on YouTube, and I fucking had to watch it.
It only took you 100 episodes. Finally.
Pentagon Dark calling Cueto a pendejo. That's my favorite part of the whole fucking episode. Hey, pendejo, cero miedo, bam! I was like, yeah, that was tight. That's my favorite part of the whole episode.
That's cool.
What about you?
I like that backstage three-way brawl over the gauntlet. That was really cool.
Cage, Mortis, and
Jeremiah Crane. Yeah, it was. I like the story behind that. I like that during that Atomicos match, Jeremiah Crane ran out there, grabbed the gauntlet,
ran like a motherfucker.
It was like, hey, look at what I got, but you need to give me some pussy. Like, but, you know, she couldn't fucking bamf her way out of it, you know, once Cage showed up, because Cage was like, aha, I have the power and you don't. Which I was like, oh, okay, so there's still more to this whole gauntlet with the gods and the power, and now Cage knows, apparently, I guess. I don't know.
He's hooked on the power.
Yeah, he
doesn't want to give it up.
Hooked on the power. The power. So I thought it was fun. And then when Meal goes in there barreling through, and Jeremiah's trying to fight, and this and that, it all made sense. But I was like, man, who's really going to get the upper hand here? And then Dario Cueto just comes sneaking by, grab it, and then sneaks away. I did not see that coming. I didn't see that coming at all. I thought for sure one of those three were gonna
or four.
Or four, yeah. We're okay if you're counting. What's her name? The liquor.
Titsmiggy.
Titsmiggy, the liquor. Yeah, I totally didn't see. I totally didn't see Dario sneaking away and coming out with the fucking gauntlet. And he is the one who first put the gauntlet up for grabs in the match and awarded it to Cage.
No, he didn't know it was in the box.
Oh, is that what it was?
He didn't know. I don't think he knew it was in the box, or maybe he did. He took a peek and just closed it.
I don't know, but I'm not. I don't know where the hell this is going storyline wise. Like, I don't know why. Yeah, and it's good. It's a good thing. So yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I'm glad.
I genuinely thought X-Pac was in Lucha Underground. The guy who wants to the Mundo that wants to be the other Mundo.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought it was X-Pac. I'm like, what the fuck did X-Pac get into fucking Lucha Underground? What the hell was going on with that?
That 8-man tag was fun.
It was a fun match to watch. It was very fun to watch. Everything was going on. I love Ricochet. Everything he does is Puma is fucking King Ricochet. Everything he does is Puma is the shit. I can clearly see that it's leading to he's gonna have to retire or whatever. El Lucha, but that match was fucking fun to watch. I lost attention a couple times though because there was so much going on that I was like, oh. I was like, oh, hold on.
My brain's full.
Yeah, my brain was like, hey, tranquilo.
Well, you're too busy loving all of Prince Puma.
Yeah,
dude, the Moth, man.
Yeah.
He's a solid
my friend.
Character.
He follows me on Instagram.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I don't think that's something I would post. But
have you ever shopped with him at HEB?
No. I shopped with Lamar Miller from the Texans, and this Sunday I shopped with Rod Ryan from the Rod Ryan Show.
Oh, there you go.
It was at Memorial City Mall.
Yes, close personal friend.
Good friend. Good friend of mine.
Tell him the fuck off.
I'm
a Rula and Ryan guy.
Yeah.
The fuck I am. I listen to that shit.
But yeah, that was a good match.
What'd you think of that, Tomigos?
I thought it was all right. Other than the fact that like there was all these storylines weaving in and out of it, I don't think there was much of the match itself. I mean, a bad Lucha Underground match is always good. And
stuff with Marty and
and Melissa.
Melissa
was slapping the shit out of him.
Slapping the fuck
and
out
he was
of
getting hard aroused.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting scare roused.
Phoenix
saved
her.
That's sick super kick.
Yeah,
fuck.
Fucking
Chris, I think it's obvious they have like a sound effect that they like plug on every time they do something because it's too clean every time.
That's possible.
Not that I'm complaining.
It's very heavy
got me.
So yeah, maybe. That was good.
Ray and Matanza.
I thought it was good.
Yeah. Halfway through. Well, yeah, no, because this was my first. Because you've missed all the story. Yeah, exactly. So
you don't know what a Matanza is.
Even then, this is my first time watching Rey Mysterio wrestle since like 2013. Because he had been gone since WWE. I've not been able to catch up to Lucha where he comes in and any of that shit. So I'm like, let me see if this old man still has it. He still has it. He still has it. Like, I can see him trying to solidify the Cruiserweight division. I can see that happening. I can see it's not going to work because no one is. No one is. That division's dead.
Oh, that's not even – you're looking at the wrong problem.
Yeah.
You have a former world heavyweight champion, a former WWE champion.
Yeah.
He held the spinner belt for a week.
Yes.
You're telling me you're gonna put him back in the cruiserweight? Nah, that's a waste of money.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have him sniff that.
True. Yeah, he can still hang in the ring. Those him incorporating the chair and some of his moves was badass.
Yeah.
His all of his moveset is still good. And whoever the fuck this dude is that he wrestled, Matanza, goddamn. It is fucking brutal, man. Like, he is really rough in the ring.
You didn't see the story.
Yeah.
He killed guys. He ate them.
Yeah.
God damn.
Literally.
Dude, if your YouTube still works over the weekend, a couple of weeks ago, the finals of the Cueto Cup, watch his match with Johnny Mundo. Rey Mysterio's match with Johnny Mundo.
Okay, I've been wanting to watch that match.
It was good.
It was like the setup for the season, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that match was good. The just like I said, the utilization of the chair was badass. Using it as a prop and just The 619 was fucking cool with the chair. That was like everything was cool, but then the fact that that guy used it as his finishing move, oh man, that was fucking
I love Matanza's finisher where he does the little twist and then he
it's like a
slam.
backwards power slam.
Yeah, that was good. But match of the week pick, you skipped over Pentagon.
That's your match of the week
pick, candidate. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, match of the week candidate.
Missed the week.
Yeah, I missed the week. I'm rusty. Yeah, that match was fucking.
No, he's
badass
rusty.
to
You're
watch.
Arnold.
Yes, that match was really fun to watch.
You're just brown.
Yeah. What was his name? That he fought? Rey Mysterio's
Dragon Azteca.
That was cool. His entrance was kind of cool, but just the shit. Every time I see him, is the shit.
People wind up dead a lot on Lucha Underground. Thank you, Porsche. You know what? I kind of like that match too. I think that was the best that I've seen out of Dragon Azteca. I think that was the best Dragon Azteca.
That's the first
match.
good match of mine to see.
Yeah, it was. He's been somewhat disappointing, somewhat underwhelming throughout all of the Lucha Underground. And I think some of it's been by design because it's like,
it's a 1 hour show. It's a 1 hour show, and you got to highlight everybody. So he's not on there.
He's the apprentice or whatever. So he's not. They on purpose storyline wise say, oh well, he's not that good yet, but he's gonna be. Yeah. And I wonder if that's like, he is that good, but he's just toning it down, like how Stone Cold was a great technician, but he toned it down to be a brawler, or if it's that he's not really that good in the ring. Well, let's just make it a storyline that he's not good in the ring. Oh, okay. Yeah. But that particular match was pretty good. I don't know if it was because he was in there with Pentagon.
It's probably because it was a Pentagon.
Yeah, Pentagon's moveset is
Pentagon makes everything better.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, they both did pretty good. It's a match we candidate for myself as well. It might be my pick. I don't know.
It's a candidate for me, but my pick's gonna come from somewhere else.
Yeah, mine's a random ass pick too.
What do you think about this match?
Well, give me something bad that Pentagon's been in.
He can do no wrong.
I mean, that's very one-sided of me, but shit.
And he called quite open.
And you mentioned it before. Even a bad episode of Lucha is still better than probably a decent episode of Raw, SmackDown, or a good episode of NXT.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, hey, we had NXT.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. We had, are we officially moving to NXT?
Yeah.
Okay. NXT.
How about the they found out what to do with the United Kingdom title this last week?
Yeah. We had Pete Dunne take on Wolfgang. All right, cool. It wasn't like a match of the year or anything. It might be a match of the
Something about Wolfgang, I just look at him and it just like takes away attention from me.
Yeah. He's not a very aesthetically pleasing, but like not in a bad way. We just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, he's just a guy. You know what I mean? Like to me, but the exact opposite was Pete. He's fucking like he has it.
Yeah,
he has it, and just watching that match was good because he made me care about the Wolfgang. And by the end of the match, I was like, all right, cool. And actually, up until this morning when I watched SmackDown, that was probably going to be my match of the week pick. Before I watched SmackDown and Lucha today, that was like that was the best match of the week so far.
Okay, but
it kept my attention throughout the whole time, and the ending was tight. And then the stuff with the little guys at the end, I can call them the little guys. But they're so vicious. ROH guys.
Undisputed.
Los chiquitos.
Los chiquitos.
Yes. Yeah, Undisputed Era. That's what they're calling themselves.
All right.
So, yeah, that was bad at the end because Pete was like, nah. He just walked away.
The hesitation.
Yeah, but no. He walked away, but then like he got his ass whooped. But then Wolfgang saved him. That's when Pete walked away, and that's when he did the hesitation, like,
I need to go get my belt.
Fuck it. Instantly I was like, he's just gonna go to his belt, and he grabbed his belt. He's like.
There was booing for like 2 seconds, and then the crowd started clapping.
Yeah, like, what do you want me to do?
Hey, boo, you God damn it.
Yeah,
dude, but if this is building up to Red Dragon against the Mustache Mountain, I'm all fucking for it, dude.
Oh.
Because remember, Mustache Mountain came to get the save for Wolfgang after Pete Dunne left.
But who knows what the hell's going on with the fucking ROH 205 Live guys, whatever they are being called.
This actually is the first time
what are they? Undisputed Era?
Undisputed Era. This is the first time I saw them post TakeOver. Yeah. Because I've been missing the last couple of weeks when shit was cool, but
they've just been beating people up like backstage and like in the parking lot.
Yeah. This was good. I liked it. Yeah. But again, stuff like this you need to have live, man.
Or at least in a more consistent basis. Like, we're gonna see that? Oh yeah. And I can't wait another 3 weeks till we get to see them again.
Yeah.
That's how NXT works.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an all right. The It was a tag team match, but it was thought to be a handicap match at first.
Right. Ruby Riott versus the Iconic Duo.
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed to have a tag team partner. She came out, didn't have a tag team partner. Okay, well, I guess it's
Held her
2 on
own
1
in the match.
Yeah.
Good match. I keep I'm a broken record, but I really sing the praises of Peyton Royce. I want to see her on the main roster. She's good. She can hang, and she has personality.
Yeah.
She's better of the two.
Yes, for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
Okay.
and better looking. Ruby Riott is somebody I really want to like also, and I'm liking her. But Nikki Cross, goddamn,
Yeah.
she comes on. I was like, yeah, girls wearing. I was like, who's gonna come out? Like one of the Mae Young chicks or something like that. Who's gonna come out? I was hoping for it to go to Kai, but then like I just see, I was like, is that Nikki?
In the natural
Nikki.
habitat, Nikki Cross stalks her prey.
Yeah.
She's just being a weirdo.
She tagged herself in by like slapping her titties. She's like, blah. I was like, hey.
The only part I hated about that segment was when Nikki Cross tagged in. Ruby Riott left the ring like she knew that she had a partner.
Yeah, she's like,
she should have sold that
okay.
a little bit more.
Yeah,
like,
like,
instead of like staring at her and actually like
All right.
like more of a confrontation before she left the ring, as opposed to just like, nah, this is the part where I roll.
That swing fisherman buster though. Fuck. That's brutal, man.
That's brutal.
That is a brutal fucking move. I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. And then Ruby with the flying senton, which feels like a lot of people use now. Like, I feel like at least minimum three wrestlers use it right now.
It's Tozawa,
Riott. I feel like there's one more that uses it.
Well, a lot of people.
One of
one
the Mae Young classic girls did it. I just don't remember who. I think.
If we're not talking off the top rope, Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt also do it.
Yeah,
but they do it consistently.
Yeah, and then Jeff Hardy does a swanton.
Yeah. So. But that's it for NXT.
No.
Oh, there's something next week.
There's a couple things next week. Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down of having Aleister Black talk.
Oh, I'm gonna do this. I have a double jointed, so my thumb does this thing.
I'm gonna go down for now because it was
way too soon, and
I don't know. Like,
I'm scared. I don't want them to fuck him up. His aura, his mystery is his thing. Undertaker didn't talk for like forever. You know what I mean? That's why I hate it, but I did.
It was like still more questions than answers.
Yeah.
With Aleister Black, man, like I kind of see where they want to. All right, let's see what you could do because NXT is so developmental. All right,
for sure.
Cut a promo. Show me what you got. Like, I get it. Okay, at least this wasn't Raw or
Obviously,
whatever.
for them to be on NXT,
ruined.
they have to cut a promo in the back.
Yeah, he's not ruined by any means.
But
oh man, I'm not sure.
You're worried that Dead Man Undertaker's gonna cut biker taker promos?
Maybe.
Now, also, I've never heard him talk. So, how heavy is his accent gonna be?
Yeah,
he's from fucking wherever, like Amsterdam or some shit, right?
From wherever. Yeah, that narrows it down.
He's European, dude. He's fucking. They have to put his name all weird before they put Aleister. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to hear him.
Aleister's voice will sound like Lashley. Thanks, Porsche.
Shut up, Porsche. Don't scare us like that.
I'm gonna really kick his ass.
Have that Tyson lisp.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of that.
That looks like beer you're drinking.
It's San Pellegrino. It's blood orange sparkling beverage.
Oh, I had blood orange beer over the weekend. It was like cider with blood. Oh, it was. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Beer cellar, downtown.
Beer cellar.
The front of it down there. What else happened on NXT? You said you wanted to mention?
I was thinking there was something else that was going to be for next week, but fuck, I don't remember. It was yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember either.
Gargano's other dude. The dude Gargano's beat Riddick Moss, this time Sabatelli's gonna get some.
Okay,
I think
that match actually was a pretty decent match. Gargano, but it kind of weirded me out that, dude, that's Gargano's finisher. He couldn't finish him off with it.
Yeah,
that's kind of like.
But they played with the story that he was starting to doubt himself because maybe he.
But he still won, so
yeah.
I don't know. We had the Ely brothers. Who did they fight?
Street Profits.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was entertaining.
Good.
I'm
loving Street Profits.
I have blinders on because I saw the Ely brothers and I was like, oh, hey, Brennan's gonna come out.
Right.
He didn't come out
because Brennan's been teaming with them
Oh,
on house shows and stuff. So it's like Ely brothers, Brendan. No, Brandon. So it's like, oh, okay, they're still
You're
just
doing it to yourself.
they're still just the Ely jobbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the women's division. I know for sure Kairi Sane is going to be in a match for the women's title in Houston at the takeover. That's what happened.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Was
oh, wait, you weren't here.
I wasn't here. My daughter prevented that.
Well, he was here, but then he left
Yes.
before we started recording.
Daddy duties. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what they're gonna do with the women's division, because my first obvious thing is okay, Ember. She's next in line because she took Asuka to the limit.
But
so,
I said this last week. I don't know if you were watching when I said it. It was like, man, I really don't want them to just hand it over to Ember.
Oh no,
because
they're not gonna hand it.
Well, not hand it, but like she wins a match and like she beats Kairi, and then because it's always gonna have that little caveat that the Rockets kind of have. Oh, the only reason why they won those 2 years is because those are 2 years Jordan was gone.
Except they always murdered Jordan on the court.
I know.
Yes.
I know that argument because I'm from Houston. I get it. But everywhere else in the country, they're like, oh, that's the only reason why the Rockets won. So, Ember's going to win. Like, oh, it's only because Asuka's not there.
My only comeback to that's very simple. We could have won more championships if Jordan was any good at baseball.
Yes.
Who sucks now?
Hey, Bo Jackson.
Is that it for NXT?
That's it.
SmackDown.
Smack it down.
I fell asleep through a lot of this shit.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
I'm gonna do over this shit.
Yeah. I watched it at 6 a.m. because I'm an old man. I fell asleep last night before I could watch it. I went out. Yesterday was my 3-year anniversary with my wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
We went out to eat, and then we picked up my daughter from her babysitter, and then we went. And it was the whole thing where it keeps happening to me where I'm like, all right, let's get her to bed. Let's lay down with her and pretend like I'm going to sleep. When she passes out, I'm going to get up and go watch wrestling. 3 a.m. hits. The fuck up. God damn it, I fell asleep. Like, that keeps happening.
You played yourself.
Yeah, I played myself.
The one thing I remember before I knocked out was Orton beating the shit out of English just for Rusev to come give him his comeuppance.
Yes.
Then let me paint a picture.
Oh,
this is the best I've ever seen Aiden English. Aiden English was fucking rocking and rolling in that ring.
I was not expecting that.
He was fucking on fire in the ring. I was like, what the fuck? He's a good wrestler, random. And then, but then, LOL, Orton hits the RKO.
Right.
A really good RKO, but whatever. Rusev comes out, antagonizes the shit out of Randy Orton. In comes my match of the week pick.
Oh.
Randy Orton versus Rusev. Squash! Badass. I was like, what the
He's your fucking friend.
They fucking did it. I love it. I fucking love it. Because Rusev gets his revenge. Rusev's revenge. That's fucking royal.
All right.
And he gets to go home a hero. My favorite part of the episode, Renee Young's, oh man, you're elite. You're elated. What does that mean?
That was really good. I did laugh very hard at that.
Rewinded.
Did you see that?
To read the last
Did I just not tell you that I fell asleep?
Renee Young
sort of.
catches
You missed
Rusev
that.
in the back walking to celebrate. Hey Renee, oh man, you're elated. What does that mean?
Basically, he's like,
excited, yes.
I'm very excited. Yeah. Oh god, that was
He's
great.
like, I'm going back home and I'm a hero now. And yeah dude, that was like my feel good match of the week. Dude.
Yeah.
That was just like, fuck yeah, he got his. Yeah, Randy's probably gonna beat him at Hell in a Cell. But you know what?
But for today,
yes,
for this week, for
today,
right
Rusev
now,
got his fucking revenge, and the crowd loved it. For his there was like 100 people there in the actual crowd.
Yeah,
they loved it. They fucking cheered Rusev. WWE missed
handsome
Rusev. WWE needs to listen to the people, but they won't. But yeah, he's still going to be the heel.
Defend his match of the week pick.
Why do I have to defend his pick?
Okay, argue his match of the week pick.
Why do I have to argue his match of the week pick?
Do you have an opinion about his match of the week pick?
I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was funny. You make some valid points. It's not my pick.
I told you, like my match of the week is more of like a match of the week.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Well, it qualifies. It had a start. It had a finish.
Yeah. You know what didn't? Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles.
Oh.
Can we just end that already?
Yes.
It's not gonna
I hope so. Please,
the ties in there, and it's making ties stock go down rather than up.
Is this
no? The problem with Ty right now is that WWE front office got so upset that he got over on his own that they tried to shut down the entire crowd chanting 10 every opportunity they got by keeping Ty Dillinger completely off of television. And now he has little to no reaction.
Yeah, because everyone's like, what?
So he's got to start all over again.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
But he makes up for it in the ring. He's very entertaining in the ring, and he's a good wrestler.
Very good.
That match with AJ Styles last week was badass.
3 weeks before was good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Baron Corbin's like a fucking cancer, dude. Like anything he's around to me since NXT, I've just been like,
fuck it, send him to the White House.
Yeah. Yes. Dude, send him there. Whatever. Man.
Okay, hold on. I don't know if I want to get too caught up in the hate fest on this because
you voted for him. Dick.
No, I didn't. This might be an entertaining three-way. No, you haven't.
No, I haven't.
I don't know. I might dig these three for the title, maybe at pay-per-view or something. What? Why not? Why are you poo-pooing this?
Put Baron Corbin and Ty Dillinger in the feud because they both already lost the U.S. Open Challenge. Someone just earned the #1 opportunity. Give me AJ versus Rusev.
Yes.
Okay.
It's fresh. Both guys can wrestle. Yeah. And hell, maybe you can dig Rusev out of the hole he's in right now.
AJ randomly talking about Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, okay. I'm going to say that's weird because we don't see it that often. But I'm going to say I like it because I like when other wrestlers acknowledge other stuff that's going on in the card that's not their own program.
Yeah.
I said this like when I first started watching TNA, way back then when people were trying to convince me to watch TNA. Rhino was out there cutting a promo and he was talking about something that was going on with Christian. Christian was doing something with somebody else in like a main event scene, and Rhino was like, "Well, I know Christian's got this and that." I'm like, oh, wow, that just blew my mind. One wrestler talking about some other wrestler on another spot in the card where it's a completely different match. That's nothing to do with him. That's kind of cool. That's different. That's not something that I see very often. Yeah, foreshadowing. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Maybe that's a little bit of what's going on here. Maybe it's foreshadowing.
But haven't we gotten enough of that shit already? Who wants to see AJ Kevin Owens again?
I don't. But
foreshadow something else.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
like Nakamura.
Maybe it's backshadowing. I don't know. But I appreciate the fact that he was doing something that's a little bit different out of the regular WWE formula.
Yeah, but whatever. The match never happened, and it was kind of like a mess. And it's like, oh, okay, yay, whatever.
You mentioned Owens. How big of an ass whooping is he going to get in Hell in a Cell against Shane McMahon?
Probably pretty big. I don't care. I don't give a shit about.
Somebody wanted to talk about this because it's on the notes.
I don't care about Shane in a match.
Okay.
Like I don't want to see Shane in a match, but
you see this every time.
I like the story.
Every match he's in, you're like, I was pleasantly surprised. I stopped saying that already because it's like, you know what? I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised that it's gonna be a good match because that's what he does.
Okay. That's not going to stop me from bitching beforehand, though. But
watch wrestling.
That's what we do. Yeah. It's IWC. That's all we do is pitch. But I'm enjoying the story leading up to it. If I forget the fact that I don't really want to watch Shane wrestle, I like the storyline. I like the fact that it's a McMahon and you got somebody who's not a McMahon fucking the McMahons up, which is like, okay, cool. This is something that I've been wanting to see happen to Stephanie forever, but nobody can lay hands on Stephanie because she's a woman, and in WWE, men can't touch women at all. So it's like, okay, let's switch that out for Shane. Now all that fucking nice building storyline, drama, soap opera shit, you could actually have a match and have a
Would you rather see Kevin Owens fight Triple H if he did the exact same thing to Vince that he did, but on an episode of Raw?
I did think about that because I was like, well, wait a second. If Shane's pissed off and Steph was pissed off, because we saw Steph walking out, maybe this could lead to him beating the shit out of Shane. And it's like, okay, let's get the real muscle of the family in here. And we're going to Triple H, Kevin Owens. That's new. That's fresh. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
Because Kevin Owens is a Triple H guy.
Really?
Was.
When did it was, but that fizzled out.
Did it?
That fizzled out. And if this didn't fucking break it, then I don't know what would. I mean, he beat up his father.
Right after
Kevin
Kevin.
Care less about his father-in-law. He cares about his Stephanie.
And Steph's pissed off. So I could see the family ties being there to work storyline wise.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can see why they're trying.
Yeah.
I can see where consistency is kind of, I don't know. To me, remember, Triple H pedigreed Seth Rollins in order for Kevin Owens to win the Universal title.
Remember.
But that was
What
before
happened?
Kevin Owens
What
put his
happened?
hands on Vince and put his hands on Shane.
Remember, casual wrestling fans have no memory.
Yeah.
You know,
Can't forget.
Even if you could fucking bring that shit up and be like, hey, I even picked you, I chose you, you have a job because of me.
Like
And
Seth
what you
Rollins
do,
debate.
and what you do is you slap my family in the face, you beat up my father-in-law, you beat the shit out of my brother-in-law, you're threatening my wife. You know what? Fuck you, guy. I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
Kevin Owens.
That's it. That's your storyline.
Kevin Owens' rebuttal is so simply is, I don't have a belt now. You're not helping me get my belt now.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Done.
my thing is,
The story writes itself.
As a watcher, I don't see where he threatened Stephanie. I don't.
Well, he can at a point.
But he hasn't.
He hasn't yet. We're fantasy booking here.
Well,
to get to the
technically,
point.
he was looking kind of funny at Stephanie when he was leaving, and Stephanie was coming to check on
I mean,
his dad.
there was
and he was
already
like,
a
you know
tease
what?
there.
Yeah.
To
He
me,
did,
it looked like he was
remember,
to me, it looked like he was like, "Oh fuck!" Whenever he saw Stephanie.
and even then, that can change because Vince said it in front of Kevin Owens. You have the authority to beat up on a McMahon that instigates you. Who's to say if Stephanie says something to instigate Owens that Owens doesn't do the same
Then
shit to
that-
Stephanie?
That's when I'll give.
That'll never
begin-
happen on WWE.
No,
TV,
never.
though.
That's when that'll be. I'll entertain that thought.
So you don't remember WrestleMania 25 where
Roman Spear.
where Randy Orton RKO'd Stephanie in front of Triple H and then he kissed her in front of Triple H?
I remember that.
If someone is dedicated as in their character or their face or their heel, they can get away with things that not everybody could.
Ryan says, Owens versus Triple H. Owens is gonna die.
Well,
Bring the shovel.
he'll turn into a pile of
Bring the
pancake
shovel.
batter.
I don't know. I'd be down for that. I
pancake batter?
definitely would be down with that.
I'd like to see Triple H versus Kevin Owens more than I'd like to see Shane versus Kevin Owens. And the story could still work just as well.
Agreed.
Shane's a good spot monkey, but Triple H has enough penance to where if you put Triple H in the ring against somebody, that's WWE. More, I see it as a wrestler more of an attempt of putting someone new over, passing the baton over, as opposed to, oh my God, Kevin Owens going to be over now because he's in the same ring with Vince McMahon. That doesn't always work.
We haven't seen Triple H
Elijah
on TV
Burke,
since
Drew
WrestleMania,
McIntyre.
right? Since he lost to Seth, we have not seen Triple H on TV.
You're right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
without
on
May
WWE
presenting-
TV.
Yeah,
Wrestling.
without presenting like Mae Young stuff.
Yeah.
like that.
I think Ziggler said it last night too, where he was like, "Oh, can I run NXT now?" When he came out with it, Triple H just get up. Ziggler, okay, cool.
Ziggler, go.
I was giggling my ass off when he did the Triple H impersonation, when he did the
Shawn
HBK,
Michaels.
and then he did the DX impersonation.
I wasn't.
I was giggling. I laughed at it. Why didn't you laugh at it?
I was over it 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It's
Just give me Bobby Roode already. This is where this is going.
Yeah, right.
The gimmick, but that can also go in the ring, or at
Yeah.
least can hang with Ziggler.
Yeah.
Just give me Roode already.
Whatever, man. Just
Come on. He wasn't even on TV this week,
He
was
hasn't
he?
been on TV.
That
like
means
2
next
weeks.
week has to happen.
Yeah, it's just it's dumb. It's stupid. The gimmick was funny for a one time.
He had a chance the second week that he did it to do it to CM Punk to really piss people off.
Yeah, because that's what everyone was shouting
He
for.
did stop and like when everyone was chanting,
entertained.
he looked at it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, but no way they're not going to do it. The WWE hates CM Punk and CM Punk hates WWE. They're not going to do that. I mean, they could, but they won't.
What's worse, Ziggler's impersonations or a foreigner making fun of another foreigner on foreign soil?
And this is what I was bringing up in the chat last week about how bad fucking Jinder has been. Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. As a champion in general. Like he's like, I see how they want to do him, and it's just not coming over well. And you could tell they gave him like a couple things here, run with it, and that's what he's doing, and it's just bad. It's stupid. It's the jokes aren't funny. It's like worse than toilet humor. It's worse than like kid humor. It's like
I'm gonna be the Donald Trump guy here.
Okay.
If it was a white guy saying the jokes that Jinder Mahal got and was saying, he would have gotten the reaction that he was supposed to get. a foreigner making fun of another foreigner in the United States, it's like calling the kettle calling the pot black.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it doesn't
It's
it
a
doesn't hold
wash.
any. Yeah, it's a wash. You know, and last week I got more of the impression that Jinder's insults were not to Nakamura himself, but to the American audience.
Yeah.
This week he was trying too fucking hard to make fun of Shinsuke Nakamura, and that's where I think now they've lost me.
What are the channels like? You cross the line or something like that?
It's
That's
too far.
It's too far.
Yeah.
Which, man, I said last week that I was kind of somewhat okay with the idea of what the promo was the week before.
Yeah.
But the execution was done poorly.
This week,
I was the execution was bad, and you didn't need to redo the same goddamn
Yeah.
promo all over again.
Yeah, I was waiting for Nakamura to at least come out and save it. Nothing.
Yeah, like the whole thing where he was play laughing and the Singh brothers were play laughing, like, oh man, this is funny, and then him saying, "Are you really laughing at this?"
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need to do that twice. And when he did it twice, that second time, it made it look like he wasn't fake laughing because he was trying to do a aha gotcha. He was fake laughing because he's bad at acting, and the script actually says that he's supposed to believe this. And it's just like all kinds of wonky, disjointed, and bad. And I've been the guy that's been sitting here wanting Jinder to do well. At this point, dude, I think you're right, Arnold. This experiment has gone awry. And kudos to WWE for trying something new.
Yeah.
But at this point, that experiment is done. You need to throw that fucking shit out. Like, you already burnt the bottom of the jambalaya. Like, you need to try again next week.
Yeah.
Like it's no. It's
And the thing about taking the belt off of him right now is that it doesn't kill him. He can still, now that he's been at that level, now he can work the mid card with the same kind of shit. Maybe work himself out, work on whatever he needs to work on, and eventually get another crack at it in a couple months or a year or so. Make him lose the belt, which God, I hope they do, but they still probably won't. Because when the fuck is this tour of India gonna happen?
They had enough pieces of the puzzle that I can respect them taking a chance on doing something. Not only did the pieces not fit, but all the pieces were face down.
Yeah. And further proves the thing, though, that everyone's opinion and probably whatever, that I think now, I know they did it because, they want the market in India, but I'm starting to wonder if this was supposed to be Rusev's push, and they just, switched, called an audible and said, let's give it to this guy.
What makes you say that?
Just because they were both on the same path. Remember they were doing that tag team, and I think Rusev got hurt and
cut his hair.
Yeah, and cut his hair. Pissed off management by doing so because they had months of promos of him with long hair.
Maybe, I don't know, but as far as Jinder specifically goes, if you have him lose, okay, fine, have him lose. Give the title to somebody else, but I don't want him to all of a sudden become jobber food again now, because I feel like a lot of this stuff that you fucked up is
Your fault,
management. Yes, it's management fault, greatest fault.
Yeah.
He tried to do the best he could with what he was given, and what he was given was stupid shit.
Yeah.
And if you let him build himself
here's
up,
the thing. I don't think he was giving. I think he was giving all the right tools. He just didn't execute. Or maybe there's something somewhere in the middle, because the storyline is there, everything is there. It just like we've seen it too much. So like the whole foreigner xenophobia bullshit kind of was like we were calling bullshit, and everyone was like whatever. And then whenever they said okay, then you do it, and then he failed.
This is where it should have taken a turn, right? We're not on the same path where it is now. When we had the Punjabi prison match, and we had Jinder winning. Even though the Singh brothers went out there, even though I had said, you know what, you shouldn't have the Singh brothers and have him actually have, but okay, whatever, fine. But when you had Great Khali go out there and then not have Great Khali show up ever again after that, it made absolutely no sense. And it made him look even weaker. It made him look even more dependent on outside interference. It made the Punjabi prison look like something that's not Jinder's thing, but is now and forever will be the Great Khali's thing, which sucks because you could have passed that baton, which was a shit baton, to Jinder. So that's where it all kind of went off the rails. And if he was going to do the thing of the heel version of what Mustafa Ali does, which is, hey, I'm just another guy, I'm going to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
But he did it more of a heel where he's really like, hey, I'm just another guy. Why the hell are you booing me?
Yeah.
Then that should have been it. But he never got to that point where it was like, look, man, stop being assholes. I'm a regular guy, and you should like me. He never got to that point, you know. But he kept kind of dancing around it, and then this stupid shit. These last 2 weeks have been terrible.
Yeah.
And that highlights what's going to be a bigger problem, which we're taking the focus off of Jinder for a second. They gave Jinder the title and all this muck to try to work with, and he dug himself into a hole 6 feet deep.
All right.
Now you're going to have him drop the title and give it to Nakamura in a hole that's now twice as deep because of how Jinder's leaving it.
Yeah. He has to work twice as hard just to break even.
Yeah,
So-
and that's not fair, dude, especially for a guy like me that has seen enough of Nakamura in New Japan to know that he was worth it when I saw him debut at TakeOver Dallas, to know that he was worth it when he won the title at NXT Brooklyn, to know he's worth it when he debuted the day after WrestleMania, to know he was worth it when I was there to see him lose in his first title match at SummerSlam.
First time he got pinned.
Dude, it's a screw job to the max degree.
All right. Let's talk a little bit here about Shinsuke. I know he's really, really good as far as in-ring performance goes, but he had a dud against Corbin. He had a dud against Jinder
And Cena.
Well, I wouldn't say no. The match with Cena was good.
I meant Jinder and the dud with Cena. Nakamura Cena was good.
Yeah. But those two guys, Corbin and Jinder, is what you got in WWE.
And Ziggler.
Okay, and Ziggler. That's what you have in WWE. That's the type of wrestler, the style of wrestler, the caliber of wrestler that you have in the E. You can't have Nakamura versus AJ, Nakamura versus Naito, Nakamura versus all these other fucking badass super technicians and hybrid wrestlers, because that's not the fucking pond that you're swimming in there in WWE. He's got to be able to have good matches against your Zigglers, your Corbins, your Jinders, and when you put him in matches with them, it's not good.
This is where the idea of him being on SmackDown was better on paper, because if you did put him on Raw, Nakamura versus Seth, Nakamura versus Balor, Nakamura versus
Joe,
Nakamura versus Dean, Nakamura versus Braun, Nakamura versus
not
Lesnar.
so much Dean. Dean is in that same category, I think, as Corbin and Jinder.
But whatever.
He had great matches with AJ, and AJ is the caliber of Nakamura.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would give Dean the benefit of the doubt.
There, but I get why they wanted to put him on. I've understood recently why everyone likes SmackDown so much. Vince has less a creative hand in SmackDown.
Right.
He's more hands-on on Raw.
Right.
And less hands-on on SmackDown, which is why a lot of random people thrive on there, because he's not there to just say the final no.
Right.
So, but man, you did that. If you don't initially put him, against AJ and all that stuff like that.
See, if you're not going to put him in these matches with other Ferraris, other things, other wrestlers that could go really, really far, you don't have anything with Nakamura, because Nakamura can't cut the badass promos that he could cut in Japanese. You can't see his charisma other than the actual entrance.
Yeah.
Because he don't speak the language.
Yeah, I think they have themselves a problem right now.
They have a problem with them.
With championship.
And I mean, I'm not trying to dog the guy because, oh man, he can't fucking talk. No, I mean, you saw the promo, quote unquote, that he had on Thursday.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't that much of a rebuttal. It was like one sentence, and like you could tell
that was kind of funny, but not really.
Like
That's what he said.
You could tell that somebody told him, "This is how you say the sentence in English."
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes before the camera went on, repeat these syllables, okay, and then he said the syllables, and that's it. Like he's not talking, talking, because he doesn't know the language, and I'm not talking
just
shit
like when
about the guy.
Asuka rips into somebody in Japanese, you're like, oh fuck. But
yeah, like she must have said something badass.
And then you talk to English, and you're just like, oh, that's cute.
And then that leads to a third problem that I have an answer for, because I've been to enough live events, I've seen enough television to know what an angle looks like when they show that a crowd's full, and what angle they use when they know the arena's half empty. And if you're gonna make an effort to promote Jinder Mahal from Punjab, when you're going to promote Nakamura and Tozawa from Japan, when you're going to promote Drew McIntyre from Scotland, when you're going to promote guys from England, you need to stop saturating your own country. WWE will spend a week and a half in California. when they can have 3 dates there and squeeze in San Antonio. I mean, they could squeeze in San Diego and LA, and then go north and squeeze in Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose, Sacramento, instead of doing 9
4
dates
days,
there,
yeah.
and then you're only filling up a 20,000 seat arena with 6,000 people. So you need to start taking at least 1 month out of the year or more months out of the year. And actually, you were just in fucking China.
Yeah.
Why don't we have an episode from Raw airing either live or pre-tape, but from China? Why aren't we putting Nakamura on television from Raw live from Japan? You remember the last time SmackDown was in Japan?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You remember? You don't remember? That was when JBL had that promo with the blown up Godzilla. Because he likes pizza. Yeah, it's been done. When was the last time WWE went to Mexico? Oh, that was because they had Alberto Rios as champion. But now, dude, you're trying to make a big deal out of Kalisto? Dude, have a Raw in Monterrey. Have a Raw in Mexico City. Why are we doing
you don't want to go to Mexico.
Why are we doing 14 shows in the tri-state New York City area?
Yeah.
You know, and now you're getting all these like half-ass area. If you're not gonna accept the fact that you can't sell out 20,000, and instead of going to Toyota Center, go to Reliant Arena, and probably sell that hoe out all around.
That's accepting defeat. That's why I think that's.
It's not accepting defeat. It's
no. So us, it's not. I think to Vince McMahon it is.
Save your like a punch in the ego. Just like old school. Save your big shows, your pay-per-views for your big arenas, and save the weekly television taping to something smaller. Or if you're going to go overseas, do more episodes overseas so you can have a big packed house. And when big packed houses like here, when they see themselves on TV, they'll want to come back to those shows.
Well, when they have Raw in London, holy shit, that's always like a big deal. Raw, you know.
Well, now you made the point this year. Whenever they go to bigger cities, they put on fucking festivity. Fucking Raws and SmackDown and stuff like that, and I feel like to that
you don't have to go to Raw. Just go to SmackDown tomorrow.
Well, no, or just much like okay, it's gonna be a badass fucking Raw at Staples Center. Yeah, but next week in Little Rock, I'm not gonna fucking care. You know what I mean? Like I think those are the shows that don't fucking have people there. The big cities are still gonna have their sellouts. The big cities are still gonna have their mostly full crowd or whatever. But it's just like they put so much importance in the big city shows that whenever they don't go to the lesser big, the smaller cities.
It was the pay-per-view in May where Bayley wrestled Alexa Bliss with Bayley as the champion in her hometown, and it sold out.
Yeah.
You're going back to Bayley's hometown, and you can't even get 7,000?
Yeah, Raw was bad.
And SmackDown.
I saw the pictures. Were they both in San Jose?
No, one was in San Jose. The other one was in Sacramento.
I don't even know.
I think North California.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
San Jose.
Remember? When I first showed you, it was like a month or two ago. I showed you, like I randomly caught it on TV where they panned out, and I was like, dude, look at all those fucking empty seats.
And it also sucks for people that go to those shows because when you're on the side opposite of the camera, you're getting the experience that you're going to be on TV. But when you're watching television, you're watching a crowd behind you.
Yeah.
When you're live at the arena and you're seeing a bunch of empty seats across from you, it throws off the aesthetic. It throws off the feel that you're at a live wrestling show.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've fortunately never had that experience.
Well, I've had several.
I've never had that experience.
There's been No Mercy here in Houston, the last pay-per-view that Eddie Guerrero main evented. Yeah. It was just like that. It was like maybe 80% of the bottom were full and the top was completely tapered off.
See, I went to Night of Champions, packed. I went to Raw where I sat on like this side of it where the camera's facing. I was in upper deck and it was still a good amount of people there. I went to SmackDown. I was in the third row. It was 2 days after WrestleMania. It was still a good house. A good amount of people there. So I've never had that experience of where I'm like, holy fuck, you know what I mean? But
the last Raw, or no, was it SmackDown that we went to?
Raw. That was in July. That was the pre-sale for
Survivor Series, I think. The side that the hard cam was on, it was spotty, man, and it didn't look good. Did it throw you off a bit when you were looking on that over there? Well, you were facing I was on
the
side.
Ramp.
I was facing the entrance. So if I look to my left, yes, slightly. But when I looked down at there and to the right, it was whatever. It was okay. But all right. I feel like we
how about the women?
Attention here. Which women?
A four-way.
Yeah, fucking. That was a really, really good match. That was like That was a straight up badass match, and everyone had their time to shine.
It was for a new number one contender.
Number one contender.
Okay.
I finally buy into Tamina. And that, yeah, this did it for me.
But Tamina didn't win.
Tamina didn't win, but she looked good not winning.
When has she won?
Yeah, she looked. If she would have won out with that splash, I would have been like, cool.
Okay.
But heel versus heel is not gonna happen.
I've never liked her splash. I
don't like it either.
I know she's trying to pay homage to her daddy.
She did a good splash on Tuesday.
I don't even think it was that good on Tuesday.
I don't know.
I've never liked her splash, and I didn't like it on Tuesday either.
Yeah. But
I'm sorry, I don't mean to burst your bubble.
Racist.
Yeah.
I'm not racist. Just saying I don't like her splash.
The match
her daddy did it better.
Charlotte Flair's moonsault was fucking beautiful onto two people.
Yeah, that was
solid. Nice. Dude, just there's like good spots in the match. Charlotte is working this angle with the whole after her dad thing or whatever.
Yeah. She
is making it. What I feared from her is becoming like not a good face. I think she's gonna be a really good face. I think she's done both ends because she started as a face, didn't last very long. Went heel.
Yeah,
heel is fucking not good at first. Then bam, monster heel, badass heel, and then she came to SmackDown. Face again was kind of okay, but I think now she found her stride. I think it's gonna work for her.
I think she's at the point now where the casuals have accepted her for who she is, and that's why it's gonna be.
She doesn't have to try too hard. She doesn't have to try too hard to be a face.
Yeah, there's enough there now where she has enough respect amongst the casual fans to be like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, we like her now.
Now to that, I'm ready for Becky Lynch to turn heel. Ooh. I would fucking love that because Becky, dude, I love her in the ring. She's very fun to watch in the ring. She has a lot of good personality. I just hope that she's a great face. Like she's good at being a face. She's funny. She's puns for days. That's her thing. But I think as a heel, you coach her up very well. Dude, she could be the total fucking badass opposite to Charlotte, and they could have some feuds.
Would you rather see Becky turn heel or Bayley?
Becky.
Becky.
Okay. I don't think Bayley can pull off being a heel.
I agree.
I think a lot of the stuff that makes her adorable, she doesn't do on purpose to be adorable. She does it because she's not that good at stuff, you know.
Like it's almost pity.
Almost like
borderline pitiful.
I think that like a lot of her promos where she was like struggling and just like aw shucks, you know, it's because she struggles doing promos.
Yeah.
You know, so she covers it up because she's being adorable about it. But if you're trying to be a heel and you struggle, you're gonna wind up looking like early Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not going to work. Yeah. It's not going to be good. So in that respect, I'd rather have a heel Becky because I think Becky can be quick-witted enough and quick enough on the microphone that, like, if she's not trying to be funny and do
even then,
silly puns, she could
talk,
insult you.
She could even talk less. Being a heel doesn't necessarily mean talk a lot.
True.
It just means just be an asshole.
True.
But why, if Bayley turned heel, that would be the best thing she could do. Shut the fuck up and just be an asshole. Just use this fatal five-way to just beat the fuck up, turn into another heel. Do in one match. Do the thing with Brett and Stone Cold did with Nia and Bayley.
Well,
double switch.
Well,
Bayley turns heel, comes out the next night like a total WWE diva. Heels, tight dress, push-up bra, hair all the way down, no more tassels, and just like I've grown up from you.
I love that. I would love that. But
she could be Emelina. Bayley-lina.
Bayley-lina. All right, we're straying too far.
No mercy.
No mercy.
It's this Sunday.
Really good Nintendo 64 game.
No mercy. No.
Probably the best WWF Nintendo 64 game.
We're gonna start from the bottom.
And
now we're here.
Man versus man.
Aren't they always?
Finn versus Bray.
Oh.
That's kind of most of these matches are man versus
man. Is that the bottom? The bottom one? Like is that pre-show or?
Oh, God, that's a non-title match with the least amount of star power.
Okay.
So Finn versus Bray.
Finn versus Bray. Anticipation level. I'm gonna go with the 6.
Okay.
6. I don't care.
Damn, a 6 is you not caring?
Thank you.
I was like, oh, what the fuck?
I don't care about the story, man. Like, I don't give a shit about anything that Bray's doing as far as story goes because it never makes any sense. It's just Bray picking on somebody and that's it.
Bray being Bray.
But the idea that he wants to make sure he doesn't have his demon paint on because he wants to fight him as a man, and he took the paint off of Goldust, so Goldust is like, I'm going to fight you as a man, and as Dustin, like, okay, that kind of is a bit of a twist on stuff that you normally see out of Bray. Okay, cool. But then that means the coolest thing about Finn besides his in-ring work is gone. So it's like, okay, he's going to come out with a leather jacket and
did he say that? Did he say I'm going to face you without the demon?
That's the whole
point
of the match. That's why it's called man on man or whatever.
Then I must have missed it.
Yeah, you missed that.
I was about to say I'm at an 8 because as of Monday I finally cared. It's something about the way Finn was talking on the Titantron. I was like, oh, this motherfucker got his confidence. He's gonna like, yeah, he's gonna fucking come out, balls out and just fucking be bad. And I don't even care if he doesn't do the paint.
He won't do the paint.
I don't care that he doesn't do it. He's gonna come out just like with the mean streak and just bam, bam, bam. It's more of no more like, at least for this match. No, he's not gonna be cute about it. He's just gonna come out and just fuck shit up.
Okay.
But now that they've added that extra dimension of just making sure, hey, look, I don't have face paint on. I'm like, what the fuck? You never wear face paint anymore. So it's like, that's not a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Now if Bray Wyatt just comes out as fucking just a guy, that'd be cool. If he doesn't come out as we're here.
With the lantern
yeah. He's not man versus man. That's just, I don't know. I instantly went from an 8 till 4.
You talked yourself out of it.
I talked myself out of it.
He talked you out of it.
Yeah, you talked me out of it.
Oh.
Because I had it in my head like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be the final match in that feud. Thank God.
No.
But I'm finally kind of invested in it. So it'd be a good blow off. But
now I'm not that low because I still have faith that Finn can do a pretty good match. And Bray. Yeah, Bray also. I mean, I think Finn better than Bray, but I think the match could be nice enough. But the story, I don't care.
Yeah.
Who do you? Chris. That's his name, Chris.
I'm at a 0.
A 0? Settle Carroll?
You're giving me a rematch that we already had on Raw to begin the feud.
Yeah. That started
like you just said. You're taking away literally the best part of his intro.
Yes.
What's the first thing you think about when you close your eyes and see Finn Balor?
Demon.
It's Demon. I'm not getting Demon. Fuck it. Why am I watching
Why
this?
am I paying to go to this fucking pay-per-view?
You're putting Finn without the thing that makes him charismatic against a wrestler that is a black hole of charisma.
Yes.
When you put someone charismatic against Bray, you suddenly just like you don't care.
Why did I just buy my kid a Finn Balor fucking outfit basically with the hands thing in the face and all that stuff?
Dude, this is also right before Halloween. Why not fucking play that shit up so they can start selling that shit on
Halloween Havoc?
0. I don't care who wins.
Yeah, you're right.
Who do you got?
Finn, so that they could move on, and this is the end of the feud, and Bray will start picking on somebody else, and just that's it.
Finn, so they can move on. They could just end the feud, and Bray will just start picking on somebody else, and that's it.
The only other
who do you got?
I told you I don't care. The other
fair enough.
The other non-title match that we have on this card, Roman Reigns against John Cena. Your anticipation level is
10.
Oh!
I can't wait for this match. It's been the sickest build-up I've seen in a long time for a match. They condensed once in a lifetime 12 months to 1 month. They did their promos bam, 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 bam. Week by week by week. The only thing that sucked this week is that Nikki Bella was on Dancing with the Stars because John Cena wasn't on Raw.
John Cena wasn't on Raw because he was still in China, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking even go support his goddamn girlfriend.
That's Japanese.
That was fucking racist.
I know.
Piece of shit.
Well, Dancing with the Stars isn't live, is
it?
it?
Is.
It's live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Every week she's gonna go. If she's on, she's gonna go in direct competition against Raw. Yeah. Smooth move. But
technically she's on SmackDown, so she shouldn't give a fuck.
Exactly. I think that's what the thing was on like Total Divas. Like, oh, I mean, I'm on SmackDown, so I should be competing against Raw anyway. I think we've even had the same conversation. Anyway,
I'm at a 10 too.
Yeah.
Wow.
First time ever. Who are you gonna have to cheer?
Oh, I'm Cena all
Cena.
the way.
Yeah. What's your anticipation level?
8.
The fuck out of my
Not quite a 10. Because it's still Cena versus Roman Reigns. While I like the storyline, I like Cena as of late, and Roman, I'm willing to give passes on certain things.
You sat here and cried about how you're not going to knock on Roman Reigns anymore 3 months ago.
I did, and this isn't the straight blind Roman Reigns, he sucks complete hate. This is me just saying that I'm not as anticipated about a match that he's going to be involved in right now.
Why not?
But I don't know, man. It's just not tickling my pickle. But the match itself, the build up to the match itself, the storyline's been pretty good. I sat here last week saying that we're getting worked, and this helps my conspiracy theory about WWE having a second layer of kayfabe. I think that's exactly what's going on here.
What do you got?
Roman. I think Roman will win it.
I think Roman too.
Yeah, Roman will probably win it. Cena will go do whatever he's doing. And that gives Roman more, I don't know, clout or whatever. Yeah, that gives him more, reason to brag and stuff. So that's why I got winning.
Cena.
Right.
I think
You were actually betting against Cena.
I am.
Wow.
I think
Wow.
more so, not LOL Cena wins. It's more of it'll build Roman's
They're not turning Roman.
saltiness. No. Not even turning him, just giving him more ammunition, more drive to where he's not complacent as a character. Like, yeah, I beat John Cena. I beat The Undertaker. This and that. Like, oh, motherfucker, now I have a chink in my armor. Now I need to prove myself again. And
Now who's racist?
And now, yeah. Now I need to beat Samoa Joe.
Ryan in the live chat says Cena versus Reigns. Tired of it already. Pull a reverse Cena versus Rock SMH. So many other ways they could have gone with it. Cena wins, but has a handshake like Cena Rock moment at WrestleMania.
That's you know what? I wouldn't mind that either. If Roman eventually beats Cena and starts talking so much trash that The Rock has to come and put him back in check, and we get The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania.
That'd be interesting.
And then Roman already ends.
It's like Roman might be a great wrestler because of what he's done, but he's a disrespect to my family bloodline, and I need to take him out.
Yeah, a little.
Don't
Samoan
ever say
family
Samoa
feud.
while I'm in this ring.
Oh wow.
Good work.
That'd be interesting.
I'm still hoping for a
And then-
Batista versus The Rock at WrestleMania.
And then some people will come out of Roman Reigns' family and then be like, you know you're only half, right, Rocky? Like,
They'll come out from say, hey Roman, we got those text mixed up. Actually, Samoa Joe is in our family.
oh, yeah, they could do some stuff. They can do some stuff. Yeah. There you
An Uso on every corner.
go. They're all Usos. Correction: Rock versus Reigns. Okay. Rock versus
Enzo versus Neville.
Did y'all watch 205?
Never.
Who gives a fuck about 205?
Yeah.
Enzo got killed by Strowman.
Enzo did get killed by Strowman, but that's Strowman. That has nothing to do with this match.
Well, Enzo was killed.
Yeah, Enzo was killed.
Enzo's in this match, right?
Right.
So it involves Enzo, right?
Kind of, but that has nothing to do with their storyline.
I don't know what the fuck's going on the booking with Enzo. That crowd in San Jose.
Miz slaughtered him one week, and then
Then he got killed by Strowman.
next week.
Then on 205 Live,
He got killed by 150 fans. He is not the face.
No.
He is not being well received in this at all.
Everyone cheered him getting his ass whooped.
Yeah. well,
Booed
yeah.
when he kicked Neville in the balls.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, the promo ended with Enzo kicking Neville in the balls, and the crowd audibly booed that shit.
Wow, he's the face.
Or
Yeah.
so it's supposed to be.
What I was gonna say is I like how Neville fucking roasted Enzo on 205
Did he?
Live. Yeah, Neville straight up said, "Look, you talk a lot, you get people to cheer you, you have a lot of people behind you, but you're not a fighter."
I'm
You're
not
in the
here to
ring.
sell merchandise.
Yeah.
I'm not here for the exposure to Hollywood.
I thought you seen they watched 205.
I slept through most of SmackDown. I woke up right at that promo.
This guy.
I woke up right at that promo. Actually, I kind of woke up for like 15 seconds when Gentleman Jack was beating the shit out of Cedric.
Okay.
But I
Again?
saw this promo and I was like, dude, why am I wanting to cheer Neville? I'm not supposed to.
Neville was roasting Enzo, man. It was good. It was like
That's full.
Miz had his turn. Well, okay, now it's Neville's turn.
So then 3 weeks in a row, 3 heels.
Yeah.
Got cheer reactions over Enzo.
Yeah.
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 This guy's
So,
toxic.
on a scale of 1 to 10, my anticipation level did go up a little bit after 205. I'd say I'm at like a 7.
Wow. Chris?
I'm at a 0.
I want to see Neville beat the shit out of Enzo.
Okay, I'm at a 1 because I want to see Neville beat the shit
What
out of
about you?
Enzo.
One of my favorite Mudvayne songs.
-1.
We missed it too sweet.
Camera
It's too
time.
short, yeah.
All right.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't
about this
care. I
fucking
want
match.
Neville to win.
I got Neville.
I got Neville.
All right.
All right, let's brighten this up a little bit. How about Ambrolins against Cesaro for the tag titles? Abel.
5.
Participation. 5.
5.
Okay.
I don't know. This
Feels weird?
yeah. Feels
2/3
like
of the Shield. And a third is getting booed out of the fucking building. So
Yeah,
they don't even bring Roman into this because Roman's going to
No.
bring all that heat with
Yeah.
him.
yeah.
Am I the only one that's smelling a heel turn from Dean
Yeah.
with all this?
Yeah.
That I'd
Some-
be surprised by
there's
that.
a funk in the air, like the carpet post Hurricane Harvey. Like it's damp.
Yeah.
Like something's bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually hoping for.
Yeah,
I'm actually
because right
hoping
now
for-
this weird Lethal Weapon redo buddy cop on Fox is not.
it's not.
It's not the original from the
Yeah.
'80s with Mel Gibson
And even then,
Danny
both
Glover.
of them as faces together, it's not working. It's not, to me, it's not working.
Yeah, man, because we have fights and we
Yeah.
argue, but we bros, man.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
supposed to be there for it.
The story
Fuck that
about
shit.
them two trying to be bros kind of fizzled because the tension there of whether or not they're going to turn on each other or whatever, like, okay, we're cool now.
Yeah.
Well, all that fucking build is fizzled out, so it's like you ended the movie and you just kept watching the movie, like when they should have been writing it off into the sunset. Okay, the end of story. Like they just can.
They're showing
continue.
15 more minutes of them continuing
And-
to walk in the sunset.
Yeah,
No credit.
exactly. But that's just about them. That has nothing to do with the fact that they have a match against Cesaro.
The bar.
Yeah, the bar.
Sponsored by Ford F-150.
And there's no conflict there, and the conflict feels trite and concede. Like
Forced.
doesn't feel forced. Yeah, it doesn't feel like. Yeah, so I don't care.
He's got a 5.
I've got a 5.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
like right in the middle. Like I know it's gonna be probably a good match because that last match was good. They can all 4 of them can bring it in the ring. Dean's probably like the least that can bring it in the ring, which is weird because I've never been a Sheamus guy, but Sheamus paired with Cesaro has been really good for me.
Yeah.
Like to see, and whatever, good match. But I'm ready for this feud to be over with.
This feud has got me feeling something I haven't felt in a while, which
Uh-oh.
is
Constipated.
which is, damn, I can't wait for Cesaro to be on his own again.
No,
I haven't felt that
It's
for a
not gonna
long
happen,
time.
But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. When he got on that mic on Monday, I was like, "Hey, yeah, maybe if you just let him do his thing,
Yeah.
he can do it." But what
Because-
bothers me most about this match is it's so depleted. You have 4 tag teams left on Raw. 2 of them are forced tag teams, and they're the ones vying for the belts. The Hardys and 2 natural tag teams,
The Gallows Brothers.
and they don't fucking
Just call them the Baldies.
whatever. The club, like they're the 2 natural tag teams, and they're not being highlighted. Again, are the Hardys again not on a pay per view?
Correct.
pre-show me.
As far
It's
as
not
we know.
delightful at all.
So my pick is simple. I have Sheamus and Cesaro winning. There's going to be some miscommunication between Rollins and Ambrose. They're not going to turn.
No, not yet.
They'll get their rematch at the next
Oh,
pay-per-view.
God.
That's when Ambrose flips the switch. And then Survivor Series, Ambrose with 3 buddies. Well, Rollins against 3 people that he can't find a team with because he's an asshole.
Mhm.
Against Ambrose with 3 people that are not going to want to team with him because now he's an asshole. Which is going to be a nice build of 5 weeks of who's going to partner with me.
Oh, I was actually thinking there's going to be an actual Shield reunion for the Survivor Series.
That
Yeah.
noise.
If that's the time to do it, that's the time to do it. Like a tag team plus the Shield.
The math works out on it, but I don't know if the story
On
works
paper,
out on it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
we'll
have
have to wait and
Cesaro
see.
winning.
I'll go with Dean and Seth because I don't know.
I have Dean. I
Just
have
to be
Dean and
different.
Seth as well.
Okay.
So we had a
Oh.
one-on-one match for the women's title.
Hold on. Ambrose getting called a nerd, and then getting all mad about it. That was
And the
nice.
crowd
That was
cheering.
nice. But you know what was wrong with that? That was Gallows and Anderson creating the funny there.
Yeah.
The Gallows and Anderson
And
aren't
the
in
crowd
this
said
match.
nerd with
Why
them.
are Gallows and Anderson not being
I
more
know.
focused on?
And they shined this week. In
And
the
last
match
week.
too. Yeah.
You know what? Okay. Dean and Seth have the titles. So let's have Dean and Seth win, and then let's bring in the fucking
Nerd killers.
The Nerd Killers.
Nerd killers.
Yeah, let's do that because let's get Sheamus and Cesaro away from them for a while. Maybe even split them up because damn, I want to see Cesaro be more than just a mid card guy. I want to see him be fucking main event, full green light push and
He needs to
everything.
go to
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Okay.
Cesaro versus Nakamura.
Damn.
Oh.
Nakamura.
I want to see Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks.
Seen it.
Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks versus Emma versus Nia Jax. Or Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax versus Emma plus Bailey. 1-on-1, 4-way, or 5-way instead of anticipation. What would you rather want to see?
4-way.
5-way.
4-way. Get Bailey the fuck away from me.
That's kind
Like they
of
literally, they just felt like they just brought her on TV because
I've
it was their
always-
hometown.
No, I know that's exactly why.
Yeah,
And San Jose did not give a shit that Bailey was back. Dude,
None.
that crowd was dead. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's ridiculous. I'm a Bailey mark, so I'm like, yeah, cool. But as far as his character, I think I want that. I think I've already said my wish. My wish is for Bailey to just finally say she had enough and say, you know what, Sasha, fuck you, bam, and suplex her, and then whatever. Find a way to, if not win the match, make sure Sasha doesn't win the match, and then start a program. My only tick, what happened Monday is, Bailey came back cool. Nia, they all teamed against Nia to try to beat her. Emma's in the fucking match. Where the fuck was Emma?
I don't know.
She had a week off.
Yeah.
She was still overseas.
Was she in China?
She was still overseas, yeah.
Because that's what she said. Like, I get a week.
Did she have one night in China?
Instead of a week off, I get whatever.
Ew, in the grave?
Yeah.
In hindsight, that wasn't that funny, was it, Abel?
Oh.
Thank
Oh.
you.
But yeah, I mean, this match is kind of a mess, but it could be a good mess.
It could be a good mess if Nia leaves with the belt. That's it. That's the only way this is going to be salvaged. Because right now, I'm already, not that I'm bored with
Jesus
Alexa,
Christ,
but I
wait,
want more
Alexa's
of a.
only been a champion for less than for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but she's already been a champion on SmackDown, so I'm already used to seeing her with a title.
Are they seriously going to keep hot potato in the belt?
So give it to Nia. Nia versus anyone right now would be refreshing.
Asuka soon.
Nia
Asuka is
versus
coming.
Asuka.
But
They're going to do
nobody is ready for Asuka.
no, and they're not going to give a Nia. If they're not going to give the belt to Nia if Asuka comes out fast. If anyone's going to fight Asuka, it's going to be Alexa Bliss. Because Asuka's going to be a face.
Bliss will just have come off of this and say, "Hey, I beat everybody.
There's nobody that can
There's
beat
nobody
me.
that can beat me." And then nobody is ready for Asuka.
But Alexa in the ring with Bailey and Sasha, she did look like a face.
Yeah, she did.
In the ring with those two.
Yeah.
So
But
I would
against Asuka, she's not going to be the face.
No.
Everybody's going to be going
Nia-
ape shit for Asuka.
Nia has to be the heel champion. She has to have at least one
She's
title
been getting
defense while
cheered.
Asuka debuts and starts running roughshod so that we get the irresistible force against the immovable object. Anything else is not
Did
going to work.
Asuka and Nia fight in NXT? Yeah, they did. Right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Nia, I mean, Asuka kicked the shit out of her to win.
Yeah.
She kicked the fuck out of her face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
But I would rather see that than see Asuka versus Bailey again.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Asuka versus Emma again. Asuka versus Sasha.
That'd be nice to watch.
I think you're just bored of Sasha.
I'm very
Oh,
bored
yeah.
of Sasha. Sasha needs to make up her mind because they're acting like Sasha's like the whole ghetto fab boss.
Uh-huh.
But every chance she gets, she has this huge ass like Hershey's Kiss smile,
Yeah.
like she's a baby face
Yeah.
instead of like an attitude
Well, she
era
is a
diva.
face.
So
Yeah,
if you're
but-
gonna just pretend to be Bailey, just you do the Bailey and let
Yeah.
Bailey be the sexy girl.
Yeah.
You know, it just
God, I
There's a
really
lot of
hope that they're
mixed
paying
signals there.
attention and finally either one of the two has to turn heel. Eventually, I'm so sick and tired of saying it. One of them two has to turn on each other.
And then being buddies with each other so much. It's
Yeah.
like,
So, what I've noticed, the nerd, the whatever behind me, and social media nerd, I've noticed, even on social media, they kind of stay away from each other now, Bailey and Sasha, over the past month. They used to be like all up on each other's timelines and everything, and Facebooks and all that shit like that, and Facebook and Instagrams and all that. So maybe that's management be like, hey, yo, we're going to split y'all up, so chill the fuck out.
who's leaving with the belt?
Alexa, because I like this scenario in my head of Alexa keeping the title, being all cocky, and then nobody get ready for Asuka.
Who's leaving with the belt?
Alexa is who I pick. What I want is Bailey in the heel turn. But yeah, I'll go ahead and say Alexa.
What about you?
I want Nia to win because
Okay. That would be my second choice.
Nia is the most compelling punching bag to Asuka as opposed to all the other little women. It has to be Nia.
I'll say this better. No matter who wins, besides Sasha, I'm going to be like, okay, cool. If Sasha wins again, I'm like, okay. You know she's going to lose in 2 weeks.
Yahweh.
Yeah, you know she's going to lose it again in 2 weeks.
What you got?
Robert Medlin, going back to Cesaro. Cesaro versus Finn for the Universal title at WrestleMania.
Whoa.
I would rather see Cesaro versus Finn Balor for the NXT title at a takeover.
Whoa. You're demoting both of them?
That was quite the
I was
demotion
going to
there.
go for
Yeah.
Intercontinental if you're going that route.
Hey, if you're building NXT as a third brand, I wouldn't necessarily say
They're not building
demotion.
NXT as third brand. That's just in your head. They're not. Finn said it a long time ago, but he also said, I'm never going to leave NXT. And what happened? He left NXT.
I love fueling the fire, but when NXT takeovers have a larger attendance than the main brand pay-per-views, that's direct competition.
Sasha was interviewed by like Champ Sports or somebody, and he clearly said she prefers NXT over Raw.
Yeah.
Dumbass. She ain't winning the belt.
Intercontinental title.
Woo.
Jason Jordan against The Miz. Tromboner, what's the anticipation level?
Anticipation level is like a 6. I'm full. Like I said it for a while. I'm full on board. I'm a Miz fan. I like everything he does. I love Jason Jordan in the ring. Hate his storyline. Can't wait for him to turn heel. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Is that because all these We Want Gable chants are popping up and he hasn't acknowledged them yet?
No, what I still think is going to happen is it's going to be some kind of bullshit paternity thing where he's going to say, "Oh, I just used you. I used you all along." You know what I mean? That kind of deal.
All right.
So I think the match is going to be solid. I still don't think Jason's ready for a belt yet, so I'm going to go with Miz.
I'm going to make this very easy for you to understand. You can have a devil's fudge chocolate cake
That's
this
kind of racist
tall.
already.
16 slices. But if
Layers.
if you used a 1-month-old expired milk to make that, I bet it's gonna taste like shit.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm at a 0 for this match.
What?
Because this whole
Ouchie.
Kurt Angle storyline every fucking week is annoying as
Yeah.
shit. I'm already sick of it. And it hasn't even been a whole pay-per-view build cycle.
I didn't see it. The Harvey Jr. that happened on Monday, fucked me because I have DirecTV, so I didn't watch like the first 45 minutes. I didn't get it and record. I heard it was actually a pretty decent promo that Jason Jordan cut.
Everything
Shit
that
was
Jason
Kurt Angle.
Jordan's done in the last 2 to 3 weeks in the ring makes it so easy to book him in this match with The Miz for the Intercontinental title, make it credible, and not have to use the whole stupid DNA storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a 0.
I'm fool. You crazy. All right. I'm at about an 8. I do like what had happened with what had happened with Jordan and Angle and all that stuff. And Jordan still wanting to prove himself, but knowing that he can't really prove himself if I'm just asking my daddy, but I gotta kind of ask him because he's the boss. So, and then with Angle then laying down the law, say, hey, I can't keep sticking my neck out for you, and you keep losing. You got to do something. Like, he was being a total dad to him. It's like, hey, look, I'm gonna vouch for you, but this is the last time. You got to make sure. So like, oh, okay, cool. I kind of like that he was being stern with them. I get it. So I think that Jordan might actually win this.
I've got Jordan winning this,
and that's okay. I like The Miz. I like what The Miz has been doing. I like how they're using him with different avenues, just like using his promo skills all over the place. And the match itself, I think, is going to be fucking top notch. I love what Jason Jordan does in the ring. I love that double fucking Northern Light suplex that he does. It's fucking awesome. His entrance music has improved a little bit. It's not just the fucking Casio thing now. So that was the most annoying thing to me.
Yeah. Now it's guitar and rap.
Yeah. Now they just need to change. They need to change his fucking color scheme.
It's not called orange.
Yeah.
The fucking,
I want to rewind a little bit. In order for Jason Jordan to get into this match, he had to win a fatal six-pack. Six-pack.
Challenge.
dude,
Elias.
go for it, sir.
One, he looked really good in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Two, that like no fucking wind up jump onto the top.
Yeah, he just
wearing jeans.
Wearing jeans.
Tight ass black jeans. He fucking nope. It's fucking like,
that was impressive.
What the fuck?
Especially since he's not like high flying
That's
guy. Like
deal.
Rob Van Dam used to do it all the time,
Yeah.
but it was like, oh yeah, he's
That's
a high
Rob
flyer.
Van Dam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Rob Van Dam. But like,
Dude,
the fuck?
I am so ready for them to just put a fucking rocket ship on him and just bring him up, man, because everyone likes him.
Now, and it's weird, like it only took like 4 months, and everybody's like, yeah, our city sucks. We're gonna cheer for you. Yeah,
Dude,
you know how to strum a guitar.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're not the honky tonk man. You know what you're doing
But
with
he
the guitar.
knows what he's doing.
He knows how to
with the
play.
guitar,
He can decently write.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking good. I really, really like Elias. I'm kind of still bummed out they took his last name away from him.
Sampson.
Yeah, because I like Elias Sampson, but I mean, I guess
it sounds better. Elias Sampson just sounds.
Yeah. But he's making Who Wants to Walk with Elias work for him.
Yeah.
Because he said it in the middle of the match.
Yeah.
Who wants to walk with Elias? And then they turned it back, and then he kicked
I think that could be.
Mr. Raj.
I'm sorry. I think that could be a really good face thing to use at some
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Everybody with fucking shirts. I'm walking with Elias.
For the most part, every badass face started off as a badass heel.
Yeah.
And you just learned to like him. Like Ziggler, remember, he was a total fucking heel. Everyone just started liking him. Triple H back in the day. Heel. Everyone was like, I don't know why, but I like him. Stone Cold. Heel. I don't know why, but I like him. The Rock. Everybody.
Die Rocky Die.
Yeah.
They're like, hey.
Yeah.
Let's watch his movie. Let's watch his animated movie like 5 times in a row with my 2-year-old.
Yeah. You're welcome. Also,
they know that.
they had the Fight Machine Brothers. The brothers are fighting.
Ah, yes.
And they're a little friendly competition.
Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's delightful.
Who do you have winning?
I already said The Miz.
Miz?
Yeah.
Who you got? Jordan. I have Jordan winning. Not so much because I give a damn about Jordan.
Well, this is your prediction.
I've said this several times throughout the year, and I'm gonna stick to it. Throw him a bone. The December pay-per-view, Braun Strowman or Brock Lesnar defends the title against The Miz.
Yeah. Okay.
Have a 5-on-5 match and have The Miz somehow get the upper hand on either Lesnar or Strowman enough to make him a credible threat so that on a B pay-per-view, we can actually give The Miz father to be one more title shot and see if he can actually sell whatever Lesnar and Strowman are buying. You know? Why not? I'm ready for The Miz to be above the Intercontinental title now. He's been above it for 6 months, and he's still made it relevant even after that. So, not as a disservice to Jordan as much as it's a service to The Miz.
And give him a credible world title run. Because his title run with Alex Riley fucking sucked. Nobody cared. Speaking of Alex Riley, random Alex Riley fucking that was you got it, right?
Yeah, I got it.
So I was like, what the fuck? Look at Alex Riley, man. Can't get the break.
I think Roman was like searching in his database for
his name.
Who does actually look like fucking John Cena?
No. That's
Alex Riley.
Yeah, well, that's not where it stemmed from. That stemmed from because John Cena buried Alex Riley backstage. They used to be friends, but something happened, and John Cena was single-handedly responsible for X-Ray just being done in the company. And X-Ray said as much, but he said he won't tell you. He won't say what happened. And Cena don't give a fuck, so he's not gonna say what happened.
Yeah.
So it will remain a mystery.
Main event time.
Already?
Universal title. Strowman versus Lesnar.
Whoa.
Your anticipation level.
10.
Same here.
How about you?
I was just about to fly to LA this weekend to go watch this fight. Even up to now.
You're in at a 9.5?
I'm just gonna be that guy.
He's gonna be that guy. 9.5.
What's missing?
I don't know, but something's missing. Something just like it's like all the way there, and it's just missing. Like it's a badass Sunday.
Is it missing a Heyman promo? Another Heyman promo? Or?
There wasn't enough Heyman in this last promo.
There was one too in this build. There was one too many times of Brock Lesnar going Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah,
he's already wearing that out.
Went back to the well on that, and it's kind of But
Strowman, the promo before that, where he was like, "I want to thank you for putting me in a corner because even I don't know what I can do when I get put in a corner." That was fucking gold.
That was gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I see in my head,
Lesnar gives you gas.
Yes. What I see is they're just turning. I said this is about Samoa Joe, but even more now, I believe this about Braun Strowman. I see in the middle of the promos, Paul Heyman looking over to the other side like, I like that. That's newer, younger, stronger,
bigger,
faster,
hungrier.
Lesnar, ta-ta.
Yeah. Heyman turning on Lesnar to go with Strowman.
The only problem with that is we've already seen it.
Have we?
Yeah. When? He turned on Lesnar to go to Angle. No, Survivor Series. He turned him to go to the Big Show.
Like in 2004?
Yeah. He turned on Lesnar and joined the Big Show. Yeah. I've never seen Heyman do all that. I've already seen Heyman turn on punks. Like he's turned on too many people. Like now, I don't want to see Heyman turn on people. I want to see Heyman get more people.
Goddamn.
Get Asuka. Get Nakamura.
Yeah.
Get somebody. Like and do something with it.
This match is gonna be fun, but I think it's gonna have like the Goldberg Brock Lesnar length. I think it's gonna be a short match. Yeah. Okay. Less than 10 for sure, but brutal.
Who do you have winning?
I wanna answer this in a different way though. I want to change the question just a little bit.
He doesn't know the difference.
Change the question.
No. I don't have all the answers. But, no, instead of saying who do you have winning, who are you going to be happier or more upset? Like, how do you feel? How do you feel if Roman?
That's a very confusing question.
Shut up. How do you feel? Let me just change it to that. How do you feel if Brock wins? How do you feel if Strowman wins?
Hey.
All right, you. How do you feel if Brock wins?
I don't care either way. It's going to be a good match. I'd be happy either way.
You fucking broke my system.
Because I don't give a fuck about your system. No, I don't care if either guy wins. I was about to fly to LA to see these two beat the shit out of each other. Yeah. I don't care who wins. I'm winning either way.
You know what?
Okay, for me, if Brock wins, all right. If Strowman wins, holy shit! Yeah, I'm gonna be happy.
They pulled the trigger on another one. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
know what. I think I know what the 9.5 is. I don't think either one of them gives a shit that they're fighting for the belt. I think they're giving a shit because they're fighting because he's Brock Lesnar and he's Braun Strowman, and they're fucking see who has a bigger dick. You know what I mean? That's all they're fighting for. That belt could not even be there. No one would notice.
Okay, I can see your point.
There's no prestige of the belt.
Yeah, I think that, man, that's a good point. But I think the way that I feel about it, if Brock wins, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, and that's why I didn't want to do who you got winning, because who you got winning is basically
who do you think Creator will
who do you think is actually going to win? I think that Brock's going to win it because I'm at that point. You called me out earlier for it. Hey, you bet against Cena. Yeah, at this point in this day and age in 2017, it's a little bit different. But right now, I think the person that they've kind of given that to, the don't bet against Cena, it's don't bet against Lesnar. And I want Strowman to win it. I really do, because he is the younger, bigger, stronger Brock Lesnar. And he could be the new next big thing. But I don't know if WWE is done riding that fucking horse.
If you want to play by your system, I would rather want by a hair. I would rather want Lesnar to win, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, why?
Because if Strowman wins, who's Strowman going to defend the belt against?
Anybody.
Lesnar, because
it's
Lesnar
a
because it's an
rematch.
automatic rematch.
clause.
So far, no, so far,
whoever beats Lesnar has to beat him twice.
so far, look at what we've gotten this year.
All
We've
right.
gotten Lesnar versus Goldberg, Lesnar versus Samoa Joe, Lesnar versus Strowman, Reigns, and Joe, and now we're getting Lesnar versus Strowman. If Lesnar wins, who's next? And the fact that we don't know makes me more wanting to see Lesnar win this.
Okay.
Because if Strowman wins it, even if he has his rematch against Lesnar, what's going to happen? We're probably going to get Strowman versus Reigns again. And who really wants to see that after everything both of the guys have done?
Okay.
So for little, I want to see Lesnar win because maybe we could get Lesnar versus The Miz. Maybe we could get Lesnar versus Sheamus, Lesnar versus Cesaro, Lesnar versus Finn. Something different as opposed to, okay, let's just give it to Strowman and then we're going to just give it to Strowman. We're going to just give it to Strowman so we can see the same old shit again. It's cool that Strowman's killing people, but this is where the roadblock starts.
What if you give it to Strowman and then Strowman versus Miz, Strowman versus Finn, Strowman versus all those other people that you rattled off to fight against Brock? Why not just do that with Strowman?
I think Strowman has too much history with the rest of the people, with at least Roman, that they're going to go back to that well.
Okay.
Especially right now that Roman's getting the reactions that he's getting.
Here's what I think is going to happen. It's a case that they've done a lot. The recent ones I can remember would be like D-Bry and then Miz and stuff like that. They always, during their, what I call it, like the off season of WWE between October and January, they always experiment with the new champion just to be hey, let's do this and that. And then come Royal Rumble time, and then when everyone, the strategists come right back to watch. Oh, I know them. I know him. I know them. So they're gonna want to give the belt either back to Lesnar or to another marquee guy like a Roman Reigns or something like that for their big Mania match. So if you're gonna give the belt to somebody right now, it would be Strowman to see what he can do from October to January, and if he can keep that momentum going to WrestleMania.
Okay.
Miz failed.
That's a good point.
D-Bry failed when we had the World Championship the first time.
That's when Jeff Hardy had his title run during that period of time of the year. Yeah. Another aspect of this is I think there's an aspect that we kind of forgot about since the Meat Soup match, which was if Lesnar loses, he's gone. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, he might actually be going because, his contract for his suspension is going to be up and he wants to fight this guy in UFC. And
Well, that guy also got popped for steroids now. So that ain't going to happen, that fight that he wants in UFC, regardless of what – even after Lesnar finishes his terms.
We talked about that already.
So does he officially have nothing else to do outside of WWE? So he may as well just stick around.
Unless – because up until 3 months ago, no one even knew that John Jones versus Lesnar was on the table.
Yeah.
Before Lesnar got popped, what was on the table was, holy shit, we got Lesnar a tune-up fight. All right, let's throw him back in the main event title picture scene for the heavyweight belt in the UFC. Yeah. But apparently now that everybody busted their load and they're now limp because they can't get Jones, unless Lesnar gets a pay-per-view for the title in a big market, there really is no reason right now for Lesnar to go anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so if we have Lesnar and Lesnar's here to stay, then I guess Lesnar's going to win it.
Now, you see the thing about Lesnar, what I have noticed, I think it was not last 2 years ago, he doesn't necessarily need the belt.
No.
So he could just be there to have fun, to, to be there to fucking beat people up and then come back in a month or two.
Yeah.
So, or he could finally see that he's on this part of his career, and do the Jericho route and make people.
The only person that I could believe him making is Strowman, though. At this point, I mean, he could have done it with Joe.
From what I've read, he's a big fan of Joe.
Joe didn't need it because a lot of people already knew Joe. Even with NXT, they knew Joe.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anybody that,
but in the WWE,
if there's anybody that Lesnar can make besides Strowman to legitimize, it would be Nakamura.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Maybe AJ. The New Japan title.
I want to see that.
I would want to, just out of sheer curiosity, I would want to see it.
Yeah. If you have him lose, here, and then whatever loses the rematch.
Make him
But
like
it's
Cena.
strange. But it's strange that he's gonna be solidifying people that we all know are good instead of fighting somebody like Jason Jordan or Chad Gable or Cesaro wouldn't need it because again he's already got indie history. But who's fresh? Like you don't see him making fucking Baron Corbin.
Mike Kanellis.
No, Mike Kanellis. Ellsworth. Robert Medlin says, "I'm hoping Strowman wins so that we get Braun versus Joe next."
Ooh,
I'd love that.
Oh man, what's the October pay-per-view?
I'll have to look into it.
Battleground or some stupid shit.
We'll figure it out. We'll know next week. I'll tell you that. Yeah. That's it. What's your overall anticipation?
8.
Yeah, for the
whole
card
thing?
that it looks like it's like a fucking this kind of like September WrestleMania basically with all the marquee matches. We're trying to
because it's in LA.
Yeah,
you're gonna put a big show in LA in the Staples Center.
Yeah, and God forbid
the Garden of
ain't nobody
of
watching
the West.
football in LA. So they got 2 teams in LA. Can't even have one half the team. They're having the same problem as Raw over there with their football team. But
that's the other thing I was gonna do. I was gonna go watch football and then take the train to go watch the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
all for like $70.
Wow.
Fuck that.
Jeez. You can't get half of a Texans ticket for $70 here.
Well, right now you can.
Yeah, right now.
Ticketmaster's got singles. So what's he's at an 8. What you got?
Anticipation level for me is an 8. Yeah, I'm up there and I'm like very optimistic about it.
I'm at about a 5. Ooh. The stuff that I really want to see is probably lifting it up. There's not enough meat on that card for me to want to watch it live. Not to mention, I have a better alternative. I'm not gonna be watching it live. I'm gonna be at Woodlands watching Depeche Mode.
Oh, it's Sunday.
So Depeche Mode wrestling that I have the network for. Yeah. I'm gonna go watch Depeche Mode. I can watch WWE in the fucking traffic going home. Yeah. The matches I want to watch, I can watch in the traffic going home. Yeah. So fuck that.
All right.
Yeah. That's that. I get that. I think they have, but the thing about it is they have these matches that are good, but then they have these matches that are kind of irrelevant.
That are
so it's kind of like
I agree.
So I don't know. We'll see.
So what's your match of the week before we close the show?
Rusev versus Randy.
Rusev versus Randy Orton. What's your match of the week?
I don't know. I still don't know. Even talking about it, I don't know.
Must pick one.
Dragon Azteca versus Pentagon.
Okay.
Cheers.
My match of the week pick.
Didn't come from any of those shows.
Didn't come from any of those shows.
Oh, it came from
ROH. Talked about it last week. I'm trying to make more time. I asked you guys, there's 2 matches on Ring of Honor that you might want to watch. One of them was an 8-man tag, Search and Destroy, which was basically the Motor City Machine Guns, and then Jay White and Jonathan Gresham.
Who the fuck is Jay White?
Jay White's been fighting in New Japan a lot, but he's an up-and-comer. Grisham's an ROH specific talent. That's
I remember him coming down at Comic Palooza wrestling at ROW.
Yeah, against Bullet Club, Gorillas of Destiny, and the Young Bucks.
Oh,
which is a fun match. Not to mention
gonna be a fun match.
The cherry on top, which is going to bleed into my match of the week pick. The cherry on top was this week's episode had the villain Marty Scurll on commentary.
Oh, really?
So Bullet Club member on commentary, high-fiving and putting everybody over. That was a fun little 9-minute car crash.
Fuck yeah.
My match of the week pick. We talked about this earlier. Sometimes having a full crowd, getting invested in a match, knowing that there's substance there, knowing that a match is happening for a reason, like Lucha Underground. Mm-hmm. My match of the week pick is Will Ferrara versus Cheeseburger. And before y'all laugh, before y'all dismiss it, you guys need to watch it. Because they taped this match. They taped the last 5 episodes. For anybody that listened to Jericho's podcast, had Cody on there. They taped 5 weeks worth of Ring of Honor television in Atlanta in a soundstage studio, old school 80s AWA NWA taping style. There was actually a small place so you can see the crowd. It looked like a full house. The crowd was on fire. They knew who to cheer. They knew who to boo. They were cheering for everything. And there was story built up to it because they were a tag team, and Will Ferrara turned on Cheeseburger because he was sick of carrying the team and wearing that stupid Cheeseburger hat. And Cheeseburger being the protege of Justin Thunder Liger doing the show. Dude, this Dude, everybody, dude, you get lost watching this match.
You gotta link us to this match somehow.
It's on ROH's website right now. It'll be on there till at least this Tuesday.
Is it free?
Yeah, it's free.
Right.
So go on to Ring of Honor under television, click under TV, and then watch now. And that video, it'll be this first episode from Atlanta.
I was saying,
watch it.
Abel, when I was in Brownsville for the funeral last weekend on a Saturday night, they were showing ROH on TV, like on regular fucking cable.
Because they have Sinclair up there. Sinclair has a station up there.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah.
I posted last week on our Facebook page. Somebody asked, like, how come we can't get a freaking pay-per-view or a Ring of Honor show here? And I told them San Antonio's got
TV here.
Yeah, San Antonio has Sinclair, and I posted the list of all the cities right from the Ring of Honor website that air through Sinclair Network because they're not with Comet anymore. Yeah, it's like fucking Amarillo and Beaumont.
Arlington has it.
Arlington, of course, San Antonio, but not Houston. So once that gets remedied, then of course. But in the meantime, you'll have to drive up to San Antonio for their house show. That's going to be the day before Takeover here for Survivor Series weekend. So if you want 5 nights of wrestling, 5, go to San Antonio for Ring of Honor.
Friday ROH.
Saturday Takeover, Survivor Series, Raw, SmackDown.
And Houston Wrestling Radio Wednesday.
Oh fuck!
I won't want to watch wrestling for like a month after that.
Oh, I know, right? Jesus.
Speaking of a month, you have 6 weeks notice because Arnold and I are going to be at Thrice.
Yes.
And which means neither of us will be here.
You won't.
So you need to have a co-host, and I mean a co-host. So no portion already. You need a co-host. You need to have somebody else here. So anybody that's been wanting to be a guest on this show, spam his Facebook. Tell us why you should be a co-host. And if he's drunk enough, you might actually be here. One night only. That's even better. One night only. Because we're not telecasting. We're not Facebook Living from Prevention. No, we're going to be too busy busting heads. Yes. You have 6 weeks notice, my friend.
All right.
Work it out.
Damn, this guy putting everything on blast over here.
And with that,
adios, my friends. Keep it classy. Will you stop?
You sound like Gorilla Monsoon talking about being
you fucking Hammerneggers.
He got it.
Oh man,
click the thing.
Not sure. Why not?
Hey, oh, you're stretching.
Yeah, the sooner I can finish this, the sooner I can go get my donuts.
Oh, I know he'll do that.